The New York City Subway. It's almost New York's lifeblood, right? I mean, we have 9 million people living in 5 boroughs. Think about how everyone's going to get around, right? I mean, New York is the most diverse place probably in the entire country, right? New York is definitely the place, it's the financial capital of the world, the restaurant capital of the world, and we have a lot of good sports teams here. So the subway is 23 lines, 3 shuttles, making 26 in total, 470 stations. And I can tell you guys, it is one amazing system. But there are some flaws with it, and that's where this series actually comes in. So today, guys, we are in the middle of August, third week, and man, these 80-degree days are slowly winding down. Please, my friends, enjoy your life, do what you have to do, and make every day count because summer is slowly winding down and we have about a month left, and sadly, I'm crying tears of pain. But my friends, today we are starting a documentary series created by me, your boy Fuse, and I am coining it my Analyst Series. So that's the name that I coined it. That's the phrase that I'm giving this series that I'm starting. It's called my Analyst Series. And basically, what I'm going to be doing is taking you all through a detailed explanation, a thorough and a concise series of steps on why I produce and make the videos and the topics of the New York City subway that I make. So we are actually starting off today with, it's funny, the worst New York City subway line. And you guys are going to see in the future, in a couple minutes, on why I picked the line that I did. And remember, guys, everything that I say and everything that I formulate is based off of my sole opinion. Remember that I have my own ways. I'm headstrong in my own ways and the ways that I do things and the ways that I say my things. So some of you all may agree with me. Some of you all may disagree. That's fine. Just leave whatever you have to say in the comments, and I'm going to try to get back to every single one of them. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. So, to kick things off with New York City's worst subway line, and I'm going to get a lot of praise for this, man. I know, because there's so many people that hate this line, but there's actually like maybe the 1%, bro, of people that actually like this train. So, y'all going to be tight when I say this, but hey, I know a lot of people actually hate this line because it is one of the worst lines. So, if you couldn't tell by the videos already that you're watching, guys, it is the Romeo, aka the R train. So I'm just going to probably say the Romeo, guys, just because it's easier for me to say rather than R train over and over. So just take a look. Let's first of all take a look at the general description and how the route runs, where it goes, the fleet, whatever, whatever. So the Romeo, or we'll just say the R train for now. The Romeo runs from 71st Continental in Queens all the way down to 95th in Brooklyn, 95th Street. Now, the route is fully local. It never ever goes express and it never goes outside. Like just think about that. The route is 45 stops and end to end it takes about 1 hour and like 30-ish minutes. You can probably do it in an hour 25 or 26 if you have a good crew. But that's just painfully long, man. 45 stops, guys, like that's insane. I can't fathom doing that on a daily basis. But the Romeo is fully local, as I mentioned, and it's also one of the few trains in the system that actually has a connection to almost every subway line. That's only one of the positive things that it has, right? I mean, it goes through some horrible junctions, and we're going to get to all the bad reasons now. But it currently runs R160s, which is 5-car trains based out of Jamaica Yard, and they are CBTC implemented, and that's gonna be a part of our video. And we're definitely gonna be showcasing things later on about why this train is bad. So let's get into the reasons as we shall speak right now. So the first reason on why the Romeo sucks is because it has bad terminals on both ends. So let's take a look at this, right? Subway terminals are where trains terminate, right? Let's take a look at the 7 train, for example. 34th Hudson and Main Street. Those are two of the best terminals in the system. The turnaround rate is so high, crews are always ready, dispatchers, control towers are always on point. But that line is fully automated, so it doesn't even count, right? That's like the golden line of the entire system. Let's even take a line like maybe the 1 train, right? That's also fully local, right? It has great terminals on both ends, South Ferry and Van Cortlandt. Now, there's no relays, right? Crews are always on point, dispatchers are on point, and they get pushes. So that's one of the problems with 71st Continental, guys. First of all, the crews are never on point at Continental Relay, right? Because remember, in order for you to take the train into the relay, the train operator has to get on from the back if it's double-ended, right? If it's single-ended, that means the train operator from the front has to walk through all 10 cars and bring it out, right? But that's the least of our worries. Now, the dispatchers never know what crews trains have to take into the relay. And let's not also forget that 71st Continental shares a terminal with the M train, aka the Mikey. So you always have slow relay operations. Then, let's even get into the third factor on why the terminal is ass, is because of the CBTC, right? Remember, before that train can even go into the relay, the shit has to start blinking, or aka turning over. So when that signal is red and it doesn't turn over to green, the trains can't go anywhere. And most of the time, the dispatchers don't even know what the hell they're doing because they don't assign the right crews to the train. And the train has to sit there for at least 5 minutes before the next train can even enter, dump it, change ends, just to say if the train operator has a single relay. And sometimes the dispatchers may be smoking crack and they want people to get out of the train. And now that just takes longer. I mean, I just don't understand why the trains can't be double-ended so train operators can bring it out without having the train operator from the front walk through. So without further ado, here is a clip of an M train sitting here for almost 5 minutes before Romeo train can even enter. And remember, this train has to do the same process as the M, go in a relay, and then come back out. So you're looking at about 15 minutes. So without further ado, guys, here you go. Well, that's a good way to start a video, right? But now, here we have the other problem. We got a Mikey there, waiting. And that's holding up the Romeo. See, Continental dispatchers, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Because this train now has actually been sitting here for a while. And, well, we'll wait for this echo to just leave. But in the meantime, guys, this is such a horrible terminal. I mean, here is how the delays ripple down. The Romeos have to sit out here, right? Then when they get here, they don't leave right away. Then they have to go into relay, and they have to wait for the CBTC. Now, I could actually walk up and try to get the CBTC shit on camera, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wait back here because it's a lot better to film it back here. And we're approaching a minute now for that Romeo just sitting outside the station. No CBTC, nothing. Remember, this train had to actually leave first for that shit to even turn over, man. Like, Continental, bro, I swear. Continental dispatchers, man. I'm trying to get, like, at least, guys, this train's here for like 5 minutes. Oh, God. That just shows how poor. Okay, well, the train just came out the relay, so there's actually another Romeo in there. Actually, 2 Romeos are in there. Because, one actually 2 already went in there. Yeah, okay, so we got a echo. Yeah, another echo. Bumpadonk. Okay, one. Approaching 2 minutes now, and this train still hasn't gone. And I believe, is that signal red? Is that the CBT? No, I don't think so. I don't know. And he's just like, man, he probably hates me right now because I can go side to side, platform to platform. And he just got to chill in that fucking train operator's cab. What we have here? Nothing. Now that echo started the video good though. Oh, well, we got a train coming here now, so that's good. And this train still didn't leave yet. 2:30, bro. 2:30, and this train's still here. Wow, that's really bad. And there's a train coming right here now. Might as well just keep the camera. Zoho. Good old Zoho. It's still here, guys. It's still here. 3 minutes now, and this train still did not leave. The signal probably didn't even turn over. Continental dispatcher, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but who knows? Still here. Romeo's still there. Still there, still there. Still here. To the point where I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. You know, guys, let's walk up. Let us take a walk up, because this is kind of funny. So we're gonna see that Romeo train whenever it gets here. We're going on 4 minutes, guys. Says that one of the Romeos out of relay. This is so embarrassing. Oh my god, this is really fucking embarrassing for Continental Tower. Okay, 4 minutes. 4 minutes, guys, and this train finally left. 4 minutes. This is very embarrassing. Oh my god. Like, this is... And, okay, well, at least here's one. Same train now. Now, I'm gonna actually walk up and I'm just gonna chill here. Because why not, man? You know, okay, well, that signal turned over to green. The train coming there. Now I gotta wait now till this shit actually comes in. Well, here it is now. Wow, 5 minutes. We're going on 5 minutes. Five minutes. Now let's see how long this train is gonna take to leave. That one took 4 minutes and like four and a quarter minutes. So we're starting the clock now. About 5:10. This is when it's gonna get here. We'll see how long it actually takes. I know most of you are probably laughing after that. I was too. I mean, I really couldn't believe it, man. I mean, I really could not believe it. And this is an everyday thing, guys. And it's been going on, and it will never, ever get fixed. But what are you going to do, right? That's MTA. Their slogan is, might take a while. So it might take a while for them to gain some common sense. But, so that is reason number one, guys. Now we're going to go on to another reason on why the Romeo sucks. And it's probably something that many of you all don't like operating. If you're train operators or you know, personnel watching this video, I know most of you all don't like it because you're governed by it. And number two is the CBTC. So the CBTC, guys, is basically divided into blocks, right? So trains can move closer together without having to basically be separated by signals and blocks. Remember, guys, now because CBTC, there are less signals out on the line, right? Because remember, it's fully automated. So there is actually a portion of QBL that is ATO'd. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but I think from Queens Plaza to Continental is ATO'd. So what that means is that trains can, or with the CBTC equipment, first of all, the wayside equipment, trains can communicate with each other, the transponders, everything like that. So, however, the CBTC is not as good as you guys think. Because the CBTC is a real pain in the ass entering Queens Plaza. And it sucks at Continental. Let's not even forget to mention that if a train has to be rerouted to QBL, they can't. Because remember, it's governed by MAL, which is Movement Authority Limit. Now, Movement Authority Limit is set by the control towers, which basically tells a train how fast it can go in a certain block. So if you have zero MAL or very limited MAL, then you can't go fast. So here's a clip at Queens Plaza of the CBTC actually failing. And I mean, seriously, this shit was an embarrassment. And this thing failed right outside the station. So without further ado, prepare to laugh your ass off. Here you go. Alright guys, here we are at the plaza. Part of the reason why the Romeo sucks is because of the CBTC here. So I'm going to show you guys. Okay, this train is so close and this signal is not even turning over yet. Look how close this train is. Watch his E-train leave in the meantime. Right? Look, this shit still did not turn over yet. Wow. Isn't that crazy? I mean, you wonder why this line is horrible, because this didn't even turn over yet. And look, he wants to come in badly, but he can't. I mean, bro, I can literally walk and race this train and he still can't catch me because that signal is not turning over. It's still red. See, that's red, which means you can't go anywhere, right? The CBTC won't allow you to do shit. Look, he stopped there. He's so mad he can't even come in, bro. And that shit still did not turn over to green, bro. I mean, you really can't make this shit up on why the Romeo is horrible. Coming into Queens Plaza is the worst, man. Going to Continental. This is only part of the video. Look, I'm not even gonna cut the camera. Literally, I can literally race. I can walk. I can walk, bro. Look, I can walk to the front of the platform, and I can guarantee you this signal would not turn over. I can literally walk. Look at all these people standing up here waiting. Look at this shit. Like, dude, I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. This is beyond fucking ridiculous. This train cannot go anywhere because this signal is not turning over. Can you guys believe that? What's this? Oh, good, this is our M train, which means, guess what? They're gonna hold that train. Oh my god, dude, come on, man. This is like... Now, this train is literally still here, bro. This is beyond embarrassing. Like, this is... I don't think... This is even worse than pissing your pants, bro. Like, literally. I mean... Okay, here we go. It turned over. After 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So we're gonna race this shit. Come on, I know you wanna come, bro. Look, I'm gonna race this train to the front of the platform. Look how slow, and the fucking CBTC box, the TOD, look how slow it has to go. It can't even go fast. 8873. Look. Okay, guys, look, I'm racing this train. I'm gonna walk, and I can guarantee you, I can outrun this train. Literally, I should have probably done that with 8873, but you know. So here we are at 3:20, man, and this train still didn't even make it into the station yet. 3:20, bro. We're heading on to 3:30, and I'm still kind of out, and I'm walking pretty slow. Now, if I walk fast, then maybe I'll go. It's actually speeding up now. Yo, this is so embarrassing, bro. Oh my god, this is fucking embarrassing. I swear. This is really embarrassing. Like, this signal did not turn over after 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And I can literally walk, bro. I mean, I understand CBTC is bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. Like, oh my god. Okay, 8877. So we're at the conductor's spot now. But my god, guys, 4:08, and this train still did not even make it into the station yet. And let's not even get to Continental's bullshit. So anyways, that's it.
I know, guys. I can almost see y'all's reaction through the screen, bro. Like, that ass, I could really see y'all's reaction through the screen. It's just embarrassing, is it not? I mean, like, guys, seriously, this is just absolutely pathetic. But that was reason number 2. And you know, guys, just to add on a little bit more, CBTC, man, you see, the problem is now, if something were to go wrong, the whole line has to be shut down. So was CBTC actually really good? For me, I don't think so. QBL was fine way before it. Trains actually used to go faster because you're not governed by CBTC. You're just governed by a green signal, right? Because remember, you can go as fast as you want when you just have a green signal and no CBTC. If the train starts beeping, that mouse starts flashing and TOD flashes, well, you gotta slow down. There's nothing you can do. So, but that's MTA for you. So now we're gonna move on, guys, to number three. And this one, I think most of you all will know and recognize because it happens all the time, right? And that is horrible merging, poor control tower dispatching, and a little, we'll call it merging and switching. And I think we can kind of start off with the most notorious one, which is the 34th Street Uptown NRW merge. And I think most of all already know that the control tower basically always, 9 out of 10 times, gives the N priority because the N is so garbage. It just has to get priority because if it doesn't, then Astoria might never even see a train. So. But let's actually dive deeper into this. So this actually delays service really badly, right? Now remember, before the N actually gets to 34, they will hold that R train there. And I don't know why, because remember guys, after Lex, remember all the trains go through the tunnel, and the R train, as soon as it makes that switch to Queens Plaza, it has to slow down. So that delays time again. That's two whammies, right? We're going to talk about Queens Plaza again because after that split, it takes roughly about 5 minutes just to get from that split just into Queens Plaza. And 5 minutes is a very, very long time. Now we're going to talk about the next poor dispatching technique, which is, well, it's not really too much of a dispatching technique. It's at 95th Tower. So 95th Tower, guys, does not have what is that thing called? Tail tracks, right? There are no tail tracks at 9-5. And let's not even forget, they don't give pushes there. And the trains come in incredibly slow. So this is actually part of like number one, because we're talking about the other terminal. But this is part of control tower dispatching practices that are very bad. And I know most of you all probably are like, yo, Fuse, what are you saying? Yo, 9-5 is, and 9-5 is not a good terminal, guys. It is not a good terminal. Take my word for it and just be happy. And now the second one we have to talk about is DeKalb curve and City Hall curve. So these two curves are some of the sharpest in the system, more notably City Hall curve. And they can't run a lot of trains because of this, right? Because remember, the R and the W share this line. So the DeKalb curve is actually just as sharp, but not too sharp. And they can run more trains, but the problem is these two curves limit capacity and turnarounds and train, frequencies. So personally, how could they fix this? Well, the obvious reason, number one, would be, in my opinion, guys, send the W to Brooklyn. Right? You can't avoid both curves. So what could you do? You just avoid one. Make the R, the Romeo, a shorter route. Send the Romeo to Whitehall from Continental, right? Or send the Romeo to Astoria. Send the Romeo to Astoria, right? And send the W to Continental. When you send the W to Continental, it makes things a lot easier because the W will be based out of Jamaica Yard now because it needs its 160s back. And boom, you have a Broadway train taking you to Whitehall. And the Romeo can just follow suit for Brooklyn. But I don't know if they're going to do that. We all know the MTA. But without further ado, again, for the third time, here we're going to go on to the last and final reason on why the Romeo sucks. So the last reason is not really, you might not be thinking about it because it's actually a unique reason that I formulated. And number 4 is something you probably all didn't think about, but I'm going to just spill the beans now because I know you guys are anticipatory or what the hell am I saying? You guys are anticipating waiting. Yes, there you go. Fuse guy finally said good English. So that is indirect delays from other lines and poor scheduling. So let me repeat that. Indirect delays from other lines and poor scheduling. So let's take a look at the first topic. So indirect delays from other lines. Now, you guys already know the November, which is the N train, is practically one of the worst, the second to worst train in the system. The poor performance, horrible headways, terrible cars. And remember, guys, the November is basically the Romeo's sister because remember, the two trains kind of run together from 59th and Lex to 36th and Brooklyn. So you can kind of say that the November, what if any delay happens on the November, it automatically transitions to the Romeo. Because remember, they run together and they share the same trackage from the tunnel to 34th. And you can kind of say in Brooklyn too, because if one train is delayed in Brooklyn, more than likely they will send a November in front of a Romeo in Brooklyn to get around that stuck train, right? The same thing goes with the Delta, the D train. The Delta, on the other hand, that train, if something goes wrong with that, they will hold on our train to send the Delta around because the Delta has high priority. Now, the E or the F trains, the Echo and the Fox and Queens, those never get delayed because, first of all, those are good trains, right? And they're pretty reliable. I mean, you can really say the Echo and the Fox have really good headways. Now, the only thing is you have to watch out for is that if something goes wrong on the local track. But remember, guys, you have CBTC in Queens, and you do have Newtex. And as bad as CBTC is on the local tracks, it's not bad on the express tracks because trains are able to go through those junctions fast. So those two indirect delays from the Delta and the November, and you could even say the Q train as well, because the Q train and the R train actually run together near DeKalb Junction. So those indirect delays that ripple down and the poor scheduling. Now, guys, I don't know why the R train is like this, but 95th Tower does not give pushes, right? You need to give pushes on a line that's bad in order for it to be great, right? I mean, 95 Tower needs to start giving pushes. It's really like there's no excuse. Continental Tower needs to do the same thing because you have to give pushes on a line that's I mean, guys, I have seen, and luckily I was not waiting for this because I was at Barclays. I mean, I literally saw a 31-minute gap in Romeo and the R train service. And guys, this was at 4 o'clock in the day. This is rush hour. I mean, guys, I was at Barclays and I couldn't even believe it. There were no trains from DeKalb going all the way down to Barclays. And I was at the front of the platform. So the Manhattan bound platform, you can kind of see what Barclays looks like. I mean, there were so many people waiting for an R train that spilled over to the express platforms with the Delta in November. It was just unbelievable. Now I couldn't even imagine what DeKalb was like, 36, 4th Avenue 9, what those stations were like. I mean, it must have been a shit show. I mean, 31 minutes, guys, and that delay spiraled down from Queens because something must have happened with the November. Because once again, there were 3 Deltas in a row before 1 November. So there you go. That's an example of indirect delays. And, sometimes the control towers don't like to reroute the R train. I don't know why. Just send it around. All you have to do is reroute it via 6th Avenue and boom, you're off Broadway. But they don't like to do that. Once again, bad scheduling. So, if you guys enjoyed, I think that pretty much wraps up our documentary for today. If you guys enjoyed, let me know what I could do to improve. I would appreciate any feedback, any suggestions that you guys may have. I'm always open to anything. And as always, thanks for watching. And I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Because not many people will take you through a very detailed description like how I would. So thanks for watching, guys. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. And I hope you enjoy your the rest of your August. All right, take care.